All right. Welcome, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, and all those wonderful times of day wherever you're at. And um, we're gonna have some fun doing a little Spidey strength flow today. My name is Mike, if you don't remember, and we'll start seated on our mats. I usually like to use a block. You're welcome to use nothing if you want. And just crisscross applesauce. Find a nice seated position, allowing your spine to be straight and your abdomen to be relaxed. And just kind of notice where you are at this moment. Stacking your vertebra one on top of the other. Invite you to roll your shoulders up towards your ears and then down your back. Chin is parallel to the mat. And we'll begin to breathe. Remember, in through your nose. Just notice your diaphragm moving down, moving your rib cage a little bit out and back, feeling that expansion in the rib cage using your diaphragm. Letting your breath fall out. And again, another breath like that. Inhale. And then feel the breath just move out. Feeling that pause before you inhale and that slight pause before you exhale. And we'll do a little 4-4 breathing just to balance out. Remember what it feels like for the rest of the practice. So inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, feeling that constriction in the back of your throat, making that slight audible ocean sound very softly. And exhale, feeling that same constriction in the back of your throat. Again, very soft. Take your right hand, place it on your chest, left hand on your abdomen. And repeat to yourself if you'd like, or out loud if you're muted. May this yoga practice heal and strengthen my body and my mind. May this yoga practice heal and strengthen my body and my mind. Relax your hands to your legs, keeping your eyes closed. We'll go ahead and move into about 3 rounds of 20 of our fire breath, just to spark the sympathetic nervous system a little bit and let it know we're going to start moving and having some fun. So take a full breath in from the diaphragm, move down, chest opens, right rib cage moves out and back, shoulders rise gently, breath falls out, reversing that, in belly button in and up, finish the exhale. Inhale halfway and exhale through your nose for ready and exhale, 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 exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember, it's a short exhale, right? Very short burst of exhale, letting the breath fall back in on the inhale. And once again, inhale fully. Exhale. Belly button in and up. Inhale halfway. And exhale, 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 exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Breathe normal again. We got one last round, final round of our fire breath. Remember, it's like a sneezing sensation. So inhale fully. Breath falls out. Belly button in and up. Inhale halfway. And exhale, 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 exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Relax and breathe normal again. Hopefully we'll see if your body feels a little different after doing a few rounds of 20. I know I'm feeling a little more energized and ready to move. So let's uncross our ankles if you're crossed, and remove your block from underneath your sit bones if you were sitting on one, and come to our tabletop position here. Place your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And let's start moving. Tuck your toes and lift your hips up to the sky, pressing the ground away. And start with just bending your knees, really kind of alternating your legs. And just notice your body position here. Now let's find in our downward dog position. Got our hips up in the sky. Just kind of bend your legs, pressing the ground away. Good. Just notice your body and then come to stillness. All right, driving the ground away. Remember, kind of separating our shoulder blades, fleshing into the ground with our naughty knuckle and our arches and domes in our hands. There we go. And look forward, bend your knees. All right, and walk to the top of the mat gently, just tiny little baby steps, keeping your knees bent a lot. And again, just noticing your hamstrings right now, noticing your back. Let your hands kind of dangle towards the ground, maybe grabbing opposite elbows. And go ahead and maybe move side to side like an elephant's trunk. Just again, notice your body. Where is it tight? Yeah, just kind of move. Notice your breath. And then relax your hands to the mat. And in your next inhale, start rising up one vertebra at a time, stacking, racing the last place here. No rush here. Again, we're just feeling where we're tight, where we might want to open a little bit, but again, no judgment. When you reach the top, let your shoulders stack back, head and neck stack on top of your spine, and you're facing forward, chin is parallel to the ground. Notice your feet now. Let's press into the ground with our big toe, and maybe place your other toes down next to your other toes, like one at a time. Pressing into your big toe, pressing into your pinky side of your foot, and pressing into your heel. Good. Arms hands facing forward, and shoulder blades rolled down and back. Pull your lower belly and engage your quads. All right, we have our first mountain pose. We already did downward facing. And from here, let's start to move gently and then we'll kind of ramp it up. So inhale, arms out and up. Look up, palms together, slight back bend. Exhale, hinge forward at your hips, keeping that slight back bend. Place your fingertips on your mat. Inhale to your flat back, shoulder blades down your back. Put some weight in your toes. And exhale as we fold forward. Bend your knees, send your feet back to plank. Let's hold plank here just for a little bit. Hold your plank. Good. Press the ground away, really pressing the ground away. Really feel engagement in your core and quads are active. From here, start to press into your toes and lean forward. Bend your elbows, hugging your elbows to your side for your half push-up. Inhale, pull your chest through your arms for upward facing dog, really pressing into the tops of your toes, lifting your knees up off the mat. Good. And on your exhale, lift your hips up to the sky, using your core strength. Let me find our downward facing dog again. Good. Find your 4-4 breath here. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees, look forward, and you can either do a little bit faster walk, you can hop to the top of your mat and inhale to your flat back again. Again, putting weight in your toes, feeling your shoulder blades move down your back. And on your exhale, fold forward and inhale, release your arms to the sky. So raising your arms out and up, reaching up, look up, slight back bend again. And exhale, release your arms to your side for mountain pose. Good, a little bit quicker here. We'll go for 1 breath for each of those movements this time. So inhale, arms out and up, look up, palms together. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, send your feet back to plank. Good, lower to half push up on your exhale. Keep exhaling. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Good. Again, moving with 1 breath. We move with our breath. From here, find that naughty knuckle once again. Engage your core, pull your hips up to the sky, back is straight, and look forward, bend your knees. Go ahead and walk, hop, or step to the top of your mat. Inhale to flat back. And exhale, hinge at your hips, fold forward, arms out and up, reaching up. On your inhale, look up, and exhale, release your arms to your side, mountain pose. Good, we'll go to our sun bees now a little bit. So we've already got that nice motion there. Place your feet a little bit closer together. All right, send your hips back, bend your knees, fingertips on your mat. Inhale, arms out and up. We look up, palms together. Again, we feel our engagement here. Pull your lower belly in. And then on your exhale, straighten your legs, place your fingertips on the mat. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, feet back to plank, lower to half push-up. On that same exhale, inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale your right foot between your hands. Good, flatten your back foot. Inhale, warrior one. Let's stay here just for a little bit and notice our body position. Again, keeping our hips square to our mat, right? Our front hands are together. Pull your lower belly in, really leaning into the front foot. We had that 90-degree bend. And on your exhale, go ahead and fold forward, place your fingertips on the mat. Send your foot back to plank, lower to half push-up. Hug your elbows to midline. Inhale, upward facing dog. Use your shoulder blade. Exhale, hips up to the sky. Next inhale, bring your left foot between your hands, flatten your back foot, and rise up to warrior one. Good, again, keeping your hips square. You're finding your nice, you're externally rotating your left hip, internally rotating your left hip, or right hip, sorry, right hip, internally rotated, externally rotating your left hip. Oh boy, left and right today. Exhale, fold, and send your foot back to plank, lower to half push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Good, we'll go through that a little bit quicker this time. I won't fumble my words as much. So look forward, bend your knees, hop or step to the top of your mat. Inhale to flat back, and exhale as we send our hips back, bend your knees, fingertips on your mat. Inhale, arms out and up, look up. Let's stay here again. Let's place some weight into our right foot, and we feel balance in our right foot. So our left foot feels light, and see if we can lift up our left foot off the mat. And on our exhale, see if we can stand and release the standing. We find our mountain pose on our right leg. Good. Send your left foot back down to the mat. And let's start again. Send your hips back, bend your knees, fingertips on your mat. Inhale, your arms out and up. Look up. We got our chair pose here. Exhale, fold forward. Send your feet back to plank. Good. Lower to half push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot between your hands. Flatten your back foot. Raise up to warrior one, finding that same position. And exhale as we fold. Send your foot back to plank, lower to half push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot between your hands. Good, rising up to warrior one, finding that same position. And exhale, fold, same exhale, lower to half push-up. See if you can lengthen the exhale. Inhale up. And exhale, roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Now we find our breath here for inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Softening the breath, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look forward, bend your knees, jumper, hopper, stepper to the front of your mat. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, hinge at your hips, send your hips back, bend your knees. Inhale, arms out and up. We got our chair pose once again. Now, got our opposite side. So putting weight in your left leg, feeling lightness in your right foot. Pick your right foot up off the mat and balance. On your next exhale, release the standing tall with your left leg. Maybe your right leg's kind of up a little bit. Then release your right leg to the mat. Good. Wonderful. All right, one last time here on Sun B. Bend your hips back, bend your knees. Good. Inhale, arms out and up. Look up, palms together. Chair pose. Good. Exhale, release down. And inhale to flat back. Yeah, sorry, my fault. I'm losing because everybody seems to be having trouble with their cameras. Exhale down, lower push up. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, hips up, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, right leg to between your hands. Flatten your back foot, rise up, warrior one. And exhale, fold forward, foot back to plank, lower to half push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog, roll over your toes, downward facing dog, lifting your hips up to the sky. Good, inhale, left foot forward between your hands. Good, flatten your back foot, rise up. And exhale, hinge forward. Good, send your foot back, lower to half push-up, hug your elbows to midline. And inhale, reach your chest forward. And exhale, hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Good, catch your breath here again for inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody's downward dogs are beautiful. Very flat backs, excellent. And look between your hands, bend your knees, hop, step, or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, send your hips back, bend your knees, fingertips on your mat, arms out and up, look up, palms together. And let's play with balance once again. Again, we're activating your proprioception. So when we start the more fun balance poses, where our body's already kind of used to it. So lean forward, reach forward with your fingertips and raise onto your tippy toes, keeping your knees bent. And then take your arms behind you on your exhale, placing weight in your heels, feeling lightness in your toes. See if you can balance just on your heels. Bring your arms forward once again, balance on your tiptoes. Exhale, raise your hands behind you, balance on your heels, feel lightness in your toes. And on your next exhale, go ahead and fold forward. Place your hands on the mat. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, fold, and just hang here. Again, opening, feeling the difference in your opening of your hamstrings here that you did from the beginning. Hopefully they're a little more open. From there, inhale all the way up to standing, arms together, palms together, and then exhale, release your arms to your side, mountain pose. All right. Now let's start finding some fun with some balance poses here. So take your left foot, or we want to be able to make sure we're facing the camera. So take your left foot or right foot, doesn't matter. Make sure your right foot is facing the front of your mat though, or facing forward. Your left foot's turned in about 45 degrees. Good. Arms out nice and wide. And exhale, reaching forward over your straight right leg. Send your left hip back, place your right hand on your shin, ankle. Inhale, open your chest. The sky. Exhale as we release a little bit further down, maybe grasping our big toe with our peace fingers. And again, squeeze your shoulder blades together. We find ourselves in triangle. Good. Let's breathe here. Now on the next exhale, take your gaze downward. Bend into your right knee slightly. Good. And kind of take your hand away from your foot. Place it out in front of you. Place your hand out in front of you to help. And then with lightness, feeling lightness in your left foot, bring it up. Let it rise off the mat. Again, keeping your chest open. So you're stacking your hips one on top of the other. So you're really engaging your right glute. Your right glute's really pulling your hip back a little bit. Good. On your next exhale, go ahead and bring your left hand down. Now you're feeling your hips square to your mat. And bring your left knee into your right calf as we bend into our right knee, kind of like in a Shiva squat or a squat. And then your next inhale, open yourself up into a warrior three, maybe taking your hands, place them on the mat. You can always start there, extending your left leg behind you. Good. You can always bring your hands up to heart center. Or if you're feeling it, you can always extend your arms back in airplane or arms forward. Good. On your next exhale, bring your left knee into your calf once again. And then place your right hand on the mat. Again, same place we did before in our half moon. And inhale, open yourself back up to half moon. Again, raising your left arm up to the sky. And you're engaging your glutes. See if we can stack your glutes a little bit more, Jacqueline. And you can always welcome use a block that'll allow you to open up a little bit. Good. On your exhale, bend into your right knee and slowly place your left foot down on the mat behind you and use your core strength to come up to standing. Beautiful. And pivot your feet. So pivot your left foot out in front this time, right foot turned in about 45 degrees. Arms out super wide, elbows width, and exhale, reaching forward over your straight left leg. Place your hand on your shin. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, rotate your right arm up to the sky and maybe walk. Your left hand down your leg, maybe taking peace fingers around your big toe. Final step. Good. Really feeling opening in our upper body and feeling that rotation from our core. From here, everybody looks awesome. Beautiful triangle poses. And from here, take your gaze downward, bend into your left leg this time. Good. Place your, and then feeling it. Yep, left hand out in front and feeling lightness in the right leg. Good. Stack your hips. Again, you're really engaging your glutes on the left side here. And Jacqueline, I'm going to invite you to maybe engage. Yep, you're doing great. Don't look at the camera. Just focus. And you're doing great. Actually, that was a nice adjustment there. I saw you lift your leg up a little bit higher. Good. From here, on your exhale, bring your right arm down. Square your hips. Bring your right knee into your left calf. And we find ourselves in our Shiva squat. On our inhale, open up into your warrior 3 on this side. Now this time you're keeping your hips square. So now you might feel like drop your hip a little bit so you feel like you're kind of more flat. It's okay to have your hands on the mat to start off, or you can keep here in prayer. Everybody looks great. Ivana, see if you can push your heel behind you a little bit more. And on your exhale, go ahead and bring your knee back into your calf. Good. Place your left hand down on the mat and open back up into our half moon. We find ourselves in that position we were in before. We're really working our glute muscles here, allowing them to fire. On your next exhale, bend into your left knee and slowly place your right foot down on the mat. Using core strength, come up to standing. Good. All right, let's get twisted a little bit. And so we're going to do the same kind of sequence except twisting. So take your right foot forward, left foot behind you. All right, so right foot facing forward, hands on your waist. Got that nice triangle pose. Inhale, left arm up into the sky. Exhale, reach forward, send your bum back, and place your left hand on your shin to start off. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist and walk your hand down to your ankle or maybe outside edge of your pinky toe. And raise your right arm up to the sky as we twist our chest open towards the sky. We might feel a little bit of an opening on our right glute here. Really long, really strong legs. From here, bring your bend into your right knee. Take your left hand and bring it slightly out in front of your big toe. Good. And then with control, feel lightness in your back leg that lifts as it finds its way up into the sky. Now squeeze your inner thighs together. Squeeze your inner thighs together. That's going to help you twist and hold this position a little bit here. Squeezing your inner thighs together. And then on your exhale, square your hips off to the mat and bring your left knee into your right calf, Shiva squat, and inhale back into your warrior 3 position. Find your warrior 3 position. Yeah, so reaching forward, feeling lightness in your left foot behind you. Reaching, our hips are square. So you're going to kind of drop your left hip a little bit more. And you're feel more of your right glute activate. Beautiful, very square hips, Jacqueline. Lawrence, that's awesome. Very nice, Savannah. It's okay to fall. And then on your exhale, bring everything back into center. Bring everything back in the center. Hug your knee to your calf. Place your left hand on the mat and open back up into a revolved half moon with control, slowly. And exhale as we bend into our right knee, send our left foot back and rise up with control, and then pivot our way to the opposite end of our mat. The left foot's now facing forward, right foot turned in about 45 degrees, hands on your waist. Inhale, right arm up into the sky. And exhale, as we reach forward, send our bum back. Place your hand on your shin to start off. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist your left arm up to the sky. And maybe we walk our hand down to our ankle, and maybe it reaches outside pinky edge of our foot. But keeping our chest open to the sky. So only go as far as your body allows. Excellent. On your next exhale, go ahead and bend into your left knee and place your right hand outside of your big toe, just like before, except for opposite side, and lift, feeling lightness in your right foot and back. We find ourselves in revolved half moon, keeping our chest open. Squeeze your inner thighs together, allowing you to really kind of twist, using your legs for support. On your exhale, square your hips off, send your arm down to the mat, and bring your knee into your calf once again. And inhale into our warrior three. Now, maybe you find your balance and you're really activating those muscles. Maybe they're a little tired, so maybe you got your hands on the mat. That's okay. Really lift your leg up as high as you can, keeping your back foot flexed. A lot of strength here. Engage your upper back muscles. It might help a little bit. Again, it's a whole chain and whole succession of processes here that our body's doing to stay balanced. And from here, bring everything back to center. Knee hugs your calf. Place your right hand back down on the mat and inhale, open back up into our revolved half moon. I think I cued the wrong hand. You guys got it. You're looking awesome. Good. On your exhale, bend into your knee and slowly lower your back foot back down to the mat and rise up with control back to standing. Nice. All right. Now shake out your hips a little bit. We're going to open them up a little bit more. Okay. So spread your legs out quite wide here on your mat. So your hips are open to your long edge of your mat. Spread your legs out nice and wide, probably about fingertips distance. All right. Maybe a little bit less than that, depending on how flexible your inner thighs are. And from here, we're going to take our hands on our waist. Inhale, tall spine, feet are parallel, so they're kind of parallel with each other. And exhale, hinge forward, hinge, hinge, hinge. Place your hands on your mat. Inhale to your flat back. And then exhale, walk your hands between your legs. Good. We're just going for a wide leg forward fold here. We're really working on opening our hips and letting those glutes kind of relax a little bit because we worked them a lot. Good. Hug your elbows to midline. Good. And on your next inhale, walk your hands forward, come to your flat back. And then from here, start walking your hands over to your right foot, bend into your right knee as we feel our left foot starts to come up and we find ourselves in a little bit of a side lunge or skandasana, right? I like to call it Spidey lunge because this is Spidey strength flow. And maybe we take our hands off the mat and we find some hip opening. So squeeze your right glute, sending your left foot up to the sky, maybe taking your hands off the floor. And if you have them with you, if you remembered your web shooters, go ahead and fire a couple webs as we go ahead and whip, and then pull as we lift up using our leg strength and we move over to our left side and sink ourselves down again. Maybe placing your hands on the mat, sitting back down, opening our hips. Okay. And our next inhale, come back up to center. See if you can use your core and have it. And then place your hands on your waist. Inhale up to standing and find our nice standing position once again. Okay, from here, let's take our hands behind our back, interlace your fingers. Inhale, open your chest as we squeeze our shoulder blades down our back, and exhale as we fold forward. Good. So same position as before. Maybe we lean a little bit forward into our toes. Relax your head and neck, let your shoulders relax, let your arms just kind of feel gravity pulling them down, making sure our palms are together. Really, really nice, beautiful. From here, go ahead and inhale your way back up to flat back and see if we can lower ourselves. Little challenge here, little challenge. You can keep our arms behind us as we lower onto our right side. You can always release your hands, but this is a little bit of a challenge and lower ourselves down to our right side for our skandasana. And then we come back up and lower down to our left side. Again, you can always release your hands to the mat. Again, hands behind you is just a challenge. And we inhale back up all the way. Beautiful. All right, release your hands from behind you, shake them out a little bit. Now bring your feet in a little bit narrower this time. Bring your feet in a little bit narrower. Turn your feet out about 45 degrees and bend your knees, letting your knees track over your toes. We want to make sure our knees are in line with our heels. We're going to like a little goddess squat here. Place your hands on your upper thighs. And again, engage your glutes, really pull your knees back behind you. Engage your lower core, your belly. And in your exhale, fold forward, keeping the same bend here, keeping your hips low. Place your hands on the mat. From here, take your right hand and grasp your left shin. Take your left hand, grasp your right shin. Now we've got our arms crossed. Now, if you look at yourself from the camera, you kind of look almost like a spider. And lean forward onto your tiptoes. See if we can lift our toes up off the mat. And again, maybe this is not available to you and your heels are still down on the mat. So lifting your toes up off the mat and maybe taking your gaze behind us. Find our balance here on our toes. So keeping our hips low, beautiful. Good. Ivana, see if you can lower your hips a little bit. Lawrence and Jacqueline, it's beautiful. You guys look great. From here, release your hands back, release your heels to the ground, place your hands back down on the mat, and rise back up to standing. Good, shake your legs out a little bit. Again, fun with balance today. All right, so come to the top of your mat. Come to the top of your mat, feet are together. We're gonna do a little vinyasa here. So inhale, arms out and up, look up, palms together. Exhale, hinge forward. Place your hands on the mat, inhale, flat back. Exhale, feet back to plank. Lower to half push-up. And inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips are sky, hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Now from here, we find our nice stable position here. Good. Pressing the ground away, protracting our shoulder blades. Inhale your right leg up to the sky. Right leg up to the sky, keeping your hips square. So again, try to find an equal distribution of weight in your hands. Exhale your right knee to right elbow as you come forward into a plank. Right knee to right elbow as high as you can on your arm. Yep, you got it. You got it, Ivana. High. Yep. Inhale, back up. Back up. Three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left elbow this time across your body. Hold here and see if you can go ahead and start pivoting onto your back foot so it comes flat and send your leg out in front of you. Maybe it slides along the ground and raise your opposite arm up into the sky. Okay, so we're in a fallen triangle here. Our left arm's up in the sky, right arm is pressing down. Engage your right oblique. Maybe we lift our right leg up, but that's not needed. And we just find our core strength here. On your exhale, bring your right knee across onto your left knee. Sorry, right ankle onto your left knee. Place your left hand back down onto the mat and walk, walk, walk yourself up into a figure four seated position. So your right ankle's on your left knee. Bring your hands to prayer. Find your balance. Oops. And then inhale up to standing. Take your right knee into your chest to start off. So hug your right knee into your chest. And from here, maybe we take our left hand onto our waist. We take our peace fingers around our big toe. This is step 2, as long as our back stays straight. Step 3 is straightening our legs slightly out in front, keeping our back straight, and opening our knee up out to the side, and taking our gaze over our opposite shoulder. Find your balance, really engaging core, beautiful. Remember, engage your upper back muscles, shoulder blades down your back. That usually helps me find my balance. On your next exhale, bring everything back to center. Keep your knee up. Make sure that your leg is, you can let go of your peace fingers. Release your big toe. Straighten your right leg out in front of you, using your core strength, hands on your waist. Inhale, and let's hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and lift into your left toes. So lift up onto your left toes, and with control, place your right foot down onto the mat out in front of you. We find ourselves in a little bit of a pyramid type position. All right, so now our feet are on the mat. Our legs are nice and straight. Our hips are square. Take your hands behind you. You can either go opposite elbows or reverse prayer up your back. I usually like to take my fingers and put my fingertips together and roll my palms together up my back. And inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, fold forward for an intense side stretch. So inhale, and then exhale, fold forward, wing your elbows out to your side. Good, bringing your belly to thigh, chin to shin. Really nice, excellent. Really feeling that right hamstring opening up. We want to feel our back engage while we're here. That keeps us straight. Good. On our next inhale, slowly release your hands to your mat and place more weight into your right foot as we lift our left knee into our chest. The left knee is into our chest. We swing our left foot by our right foot out in front of us, and we see if we can lower ourselves into a pistol squat. And now our weight's in our right leg, and we're kind of having fun sitting here. You can, again, use your web shooters, fire a couple of webs, and lower yourself onto your bum right into a boat pose. So raise your legs up into your boat pose. Beautiful. Shoulder blades down your back. Pull your lower belly in. Excellent. Nice straight. Lift up a little bit higher. And on your exhale, bring, very nice, Lawrence. Beautiful positioning. And next exhale, bring your right knee into your chest and place your right heel down near your bum. See if you can go ahead and raise back up into your pistol squat position. If you can't do it, it's okay. Use your hands. And again, we're using some hip mobility here. We find our balance. Now bring your left foot to meet your right foot. Okay, again, we're using our hips. Now from here, lean forward onto your toes. So sending our shins parallel to the mat. Shins are parallel to the mat. Send your heels together and send your knees out wide. So your heels are going to kind of press together. Your knees go out wide, and we kind of look like Spider-Man, again, sitting on top of the city, just staring out, enjoying the view. From here, staying on your tiptoes, we're going to rise up into standing. So maybe we take our arms out to the side and up above our heads. And on our next inhale, start to press into your toes as we engage your quads, slowly staying on our toes, rise up into standing. Now stay on your tiptoes, and we're going to go into a vinyasa from here. So exhale, hinge forward, folding at your hips, staying on your toes. So this changes our balance point a little bit. Send your fingertips to the mat. Inhale to flat back. And maybe we lift our right foot up into the air. Hands are flat. And we pivot, and we go ahead and use our right leg as a pendulum to let ourselves go back into our half push-up and upward facing dog. And we go ahead and downward facing dog, and we catch our breath. A little bit of play. Very, very nice. Okay, we have two sides. Time to take it on this one. So inhale, left leg up to the sky. Left leg up to the sky. Again, keeping your hips square. Exhale, left knee to left elbow as high up as you can. Good, come forward, pressing the ground away. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left knee to right elbow across your body. Now stay here. Go ahead and flatten your back foot. Raise your opposite arm up into the sky. Send your leg through. Find ourselves in a fallen triangle again. Again, engaging your left obliques this time. Shoulder blades down your back. And if you can, maybe lift your leg up off the mat. Yes, beautiful, Ivana, beautiful, Lawrence. Great job, Jacqueline. You're looking so strong. Good. And from here, take your foot, cross it across onto your knee, place your hands down on the mat, start walking yourself back into a seated figure four. So our left ankle's on top of our right knee this time. We're feeling a bit of a hip opening. We sit back as far as we can, sending our bum back. Now your next inhale, start rising, standing, and hug your left knee into your chest to start. Engage your core. Maybe take our peace fingers around our big toe. That's step two. Again, right hand on your waist. And step three is maybe straightening our left leg out in front, keeping our back straight. And then open your legs up out to the side. Open your leg up to the side and take your gaze over your opposite shoulder. Beautiful. Again, challenging our balance here. Don't think so much about your, balancing on your foot. Think about being tall. Feeling like somebody's pulling a string that's on top of your head. Feel tall. Bring calmness back into your stance. Bring everything back to center. Good. Release your big toe. Keep your leg out in front. Your leg out in front. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Feel taller as we lift into our right toes. With control, place our left foot out in front of us. Softly as possible. And go ahead and take opposite elbows, or again, we go reverse prayer behind our back. Inhale, lengthen our spine, and exhale, hinge forward. Fold, fold, fold. Belly to thigh, chin to shin. And we open up this side a little bit. Excellent. And breathe. Again, wing your elbows, engage your back. And our next exhale, slowly release your hands to the mat. Place weight into your front foot. Start to lift yourself up and swing your right foot by your left foot as we sink into our left leg this time for a pistol squat. Again, you can use your hands to help. And let's hold here just to find our balance. And then use your web shooters, go ahead, flip, flip, and then lower yourself slowly onto your bum, right in the boat pose. Right in the boat pose. Good, engaging your lower belly. And Jacqueline, I'm gonna invite you to bend your knees. Let your shins be parallel to the mat. Yeah, there you go. That way you can really pull your lower belly in. Yeah, sitting up tall, shoulder blades down our back. And on your next exhale, bring your left knee as close to your chest as possible, and then place your left heel down on the mat. See if we can raise up onto our left leg and find our balance. There you go, Ivana. I saw that. That was beautiful. You got it, Lawrence. That's okay, Jacqueline. Use your hands. And then from there, using our hip mobility, bring your right foot to meet your left foot. Bring your right foot to meet your left foot. And then lean forward onto your tiptoes, shins parallel to the mat. Good. Separate your legs. So let your knees go out wide. Heels come together. And we find our balance. The reason why we do so much balance too is allows us to see if we're calm inside. The more calm we are, the more balanced we are. If we find ourselves falling all over the place, sometimes there's something inside that's moving around that we just don't notice yet. And on our next inhale, maybe raise your arms up to the sky. We find ourselves standing, tiptoes, raising ourselves up, finding ourselves in a nice tall mountain pose on top of our tippy toes. And then one last vinyasa here. Well, I don't know if one last, but anyway, vinyasa here from the tiptoes. Exhale, fold forward, staying on your tiptoes, a little challenge. Inhale to your flat back. Good, and maybe you go ahead and raise your left leg up into the sky. And we use that as your pendulum this time. Send yourself back into your plank. Have a little bit of fun. There we go. Beautiful, Lawrence. Beautiful, Ivana. Nice, Jacqueline. Inhale, and then exhale, hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Good. All right, from here, we're gonna inhale to our plank position. Inhale to our plank position. Good. Now, from here, we're just gonna have a little bit of fun with a couple Spidey push-ups. So lift your right foot off the ground, bring your right knee into your right elbow as high up as you can. And then as you lean forward, we start to bend our elbows, pressing our right knee into our right elbow, maybe doing a Spidey push-up. Inhale, come back up. Now, if we're not able to do that, just go ahead and bring your right knee to right elbow. Now lift your left foot up off the mat. Left foot up off the mat and left knee to left elbow. Good, lean forward as far as you can and inhale up. Good, maybe playing with balance. Yeah, I love that, Yvonne. I love how you're transferring balance a little bit. Right leg up, right knee to right elbow. Go ahead and play with balance a little bit. Maybe sending some weight forward. Good, and inhale back up. Last time here, last round, left leg, left elbow. This is our last one, left leg, left elbow. And start to lean forward. Maybe you feel lightness in your right foot. It starts to flow up. Maybe not, and that's okay. And then send your foot back. And then for 5, we're lowering to the ground here. A little bit of an extra challenge. Bend your elbows and start lowering down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your chest to the mat. Place your hands underneath your forehead and just take a little bit of a break here. Beautiful. Lovely. Everybody's doing awesome. Okay, so from here, bring your hands around to your waist. Bring your hands around to your waist. Good. And we're just we're gonna do a couple Supermans here. So palms facing down by your waist. And on your inhale, go ahead and press in the tops of your toes, lifting your knees up, lift your chest up, squeeze your shoulder blades together and feel yourself floating off the mat. If you feel lightness, you can lift your hands up off your mat, really reaching your fingertips towards your toes. Good, and we find ourselves in a little Superman here. We don't want to crunch in our lower back. And exhale back down. This is preparing us for our wheel pose. So go ahead and bring your heels to your bum if you're able to. Grip your ankles. Good. And from here, same type of thing, but we're going to use our quads to help. Go ahead on your next inhale, start straightening your legs as you pull your chest up. Good. Engage your glutes as we start feeling our shoulder blades move down our back. Maybe a little bit higher here. See if we can go up a little bit higher. Pull with your quads. And 3, 2, 1. Relax everything back down to your mat. Go ahead and let your hips or your legs go side to side gently. Yeah, beautiful. All right. From here, place your hands underneath your shoulders. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Shoulder blades down your back. Tuck your toes. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees up off the mat. Engage your core and glutes. And on your next inhale, press up using everything you have back into your plank. Yes, that was awesome. Everybody looks so straight. That was like a board is flying up off the ground. Good. And from here, raise your hips up to the sky. And your next exhale, look forward, bend your knees, and we find our way to seated. So jump, hop, step, or walk your feet forward and lower your bum down to the mat. And we find ourselves in a little seated position here. Now, take your right knee, hug your right knee into your chest, place your right foot flat on the mat. Left foot is out in front of you, flexing your left toes towards you. Take your left hand, place it behind you, and reach your right hand forward towards your left toes. All right. I usually like to do this with my hand to help me keep my back straight. Once your back is straight, then maybe you take your right hand and wrap it around your right knee, your right elbow around your right knee, and hug your right knee into your armpit. And maybe if it's available to you, go ahead and grasp your left hand with your right hand, or maybe just grab your shorts or t-shirt and we forward fold in a Marachi forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, chin to shin, belly to thigh. Good. Again, engaging your shoulder blades and back. Yeah, that's going to help lengthen your spine out and get some more mobility in your hamstring. On your next inhale, release. Release your bind, gently come back up. All right, stay right there, don't move. And we're just going to go into a little twist. So again, now hug your right knee with your left elbow this time. Take your right hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, and twist. Twist to your opposite side. Good. Inhale, lengthen your spine. On your exhale, see if you can pull your belly button in a little bit and allow yourself to twist a little bit deeper. On our next exhale, release back forward. And let's have a little bit of fun here. So now we're already in the right position. You're going to take your right leg, grab your right ankle, and bring your right foot into the left elbow's crook of your arm. So kind of like in your the bend of your elbow in your left arm. So you're going to kind of rock the baby, taking and hugging your right knee into your chest, giving your leg a little bit of a hug and rock your knee. It's kind of like letting the hip open up. And from here, we're going to grasp our right ankle with our hands and then bring your knee over top of your right knee over top of your right shoulder. You're kind of wearing your leg like a backpack. This is like a little elephant trunk. Now, this may be the where you stop here. This may be where you stop. Now, if you want to take it a little bit further, we take our hands, place them down on the mat like a chaturanga arm. And now our right leg is resting on our right elbow. Take your left hand, place it by your left hip. And then from here, start to feel pressing into the ground. So lift your hips up off the mat. Maybe we just take it here. Maybe we engage our core and we feel our left leg comes up off the mat. A little elephant trunk. Now, if you feel really good, you can take your left ankle, cross it over your right ankle. Maybe we just stop here and we're just going to balance in here. Or we can take it all the way to a angle pose. Whoa. And lower ourselves into that position. I fell out of it, so I'll find my way back in. The way I find this works really well for me is I keep my right leg on my right elbow and I balance there. And then I extend my legs. And as I extend my legs, I start to go into my left arm a little bit more to counterbalance. And then slowly, with control, we lower ourselves down to the mat after playing for a little bit. Really nice. There you go, Jacqueline. All right, so this time we have two sides. So we'll go to the other side and I get to watch this time instead of demonstrate. All right, so take your left knee into your chest. Yeah, left knee into your chest, straighten your right leg. Good, opposite arm behind you. So right arm behind you, inhale, tall spine. Exhale, as we reach forward with our left hand, maybe C gripping our right foot. Maybe we C grip just our ankle, or we can take our left hand and hug our left knee into our armpit. Maybe we take our right arm behind us, and again, we find the bind behind our back. So we find the bind, we may grasp fingertips or we grasp the wrist. And then inhale, tall spine, and exhale, fold. On our next inhale, go ahead and release the bind. Keeping ourselves right there, we're gonna hug our knee into our chest again, and we're trying to twist. And again, inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Pull your lower belly in. Spine is straight, exhale, twist. Good. On our next exhale, unwind. And again, take your left foot into your right arm elbow, kind of the bend in your elbow, and rockabye baby a little bit with your leg. Again, loosening your hip up a little bit. We kind of feel like we're holding a baby with our leg. Give it some love before we have fun with it. And then from here, grasp your ankle, lift it over top of your shoulder. And we just, again, find this position. All right. We're sitting up tall and maybe we can flex our left foot. Step 2 is placing your hands down on the mat and press into your hands and just lift your bum off. And step 3 is lift your right leg up off the mat. And from there, maybe find the same thing on this side. You got it. Beautiful, Lawrence. Beautiful, Ivana. And so Jacqueline, I'm not gonna, don't force it, Jacqueline. Jacqueline's like forcing it. Uh-huh. You got it. Yeah, see if you can find weight into your, the arm, your legs over. I usually focus on that one first as I start to bend and then I counterbalance. So for Jacqueline, for you, just hug your knee into your chest. Just give your legs some love. Just go ahead and hug your knee into your chest. Yeah, just like that. And that's perfect. And just feel yourself kind of feeling that rock side to side. It's okay. Lawrence, you did great. Very nice. Beautiful, Ivana. Nicely balanced there. Excellent. Beautiful. And let's relax. Beautifully done. Okay. So we're already in a good position. You're already seated. That's wonderful. Let's go ahead and keeping our feet, plant your feet on the mat and let yourself roll back one vertebra at a time. We're going to start taking it down a little bit. Go ahead from here. Let's raise our legs up to the sky. Keep your eyes on your toes. Raise your legs up into the sky and raise your hips up to the sky. And maybe and then walk your hands down your back. Walk your hands down your back. Walk, walk, walk. Squeeze your elbows in. Bend your toes up towards the sky. And one last Spidey theme here is we're going to take our feet together. We're going to diamond our legs. So put your feet together. Bend your knees out wide. Good. And then still walk your feet up or walk your hands down your back. Good. A little bit of Spidey theme here. It allows our hips opening a little different. From here, straighten your legs. And then slowly lower your feet behind your head. And if you notice here, you're only breathing with your diaphragm. We're not breathing in the upper chest at all anymore. And if you can, maybe flatten your feet. So point your toes and let your feet rest on the tops here. You're like the shoelace side of your feet. Good. And if your toes are touching the ground, you can release your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Again, I always invite you to do that. It helps keep the back a little straighter. And from here, just put a little pressure, like lift your chin away from your chest, just gently, just to make sure we're supporting the cervical spine, not dumping into it. And from here, after you find your breath, release your hands, place your hands flat on the mat, bend your knees, and use your hands as brakes as we roll our hips to the mat, one vertebra at a time. Slowly, 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 and giving your knees a little bit of a hug when you get there. Just rock your spine side to side, gently. Beautiful. Yeah, if you want to go for a little happy baby, go for happy baby. Allow your hips to open. And on your next exhale, release everything to the mat. Let your feet go out wide. Let your arms go out wide, palms facing up. And just revel in what you just accomplished right there. You challenged yourself, you fell, you got back up. You did something that maybe in your brain was like, no, this is not happening. So you did something close to it anyway, or you did what you thought and you're like, yes, that was amazing. Now let that go. Whatever happened is gone. Right now you're in the moment. Remember, during this practice, we develop patience with ourselves. There's no wanting to get somewhere. We're not on a journey. It's more like a dance. It's like music. As Alan Watts said, so music is the only thing is to get to the end. Well, you just go to the concert and you just hear the bang at the end, yay, and everything's done. We're not racing towards anything. We enjoy the dance, we enjoy the music as it's playing. Not the last note, it's all the notes. With that being said, I'm gonna be quiet and let you relax, melt into your mat. Slowly and gently wiggle your fingers. Feel how your fingers come back to life. Wiggle your toes. Feel how the energy starts to move through your toes again. Take some wrist circles and ankle circles. Gently moving the body, just feeling how your energy is flowing back through it. Yeah, give yourself a nice full body stretch, maybe raising your arms above your head. Point your toes. And when you're ready, on your next exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself another big hug. Yay. And then rock side to side. And find the side you like the most. And lay on it. And then using your top arm, gently pushing back up the seated, keeping your eyes closed. Just being aware of your body moving now. It's amazing. Cross your legs if you want. We find ourselves back exactly where we started our practice. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulder blades are back or down our back, chin is parallel to the mat. Notice the change from the beginning to now. Let's find our 4-4 breath again to balance ourselves out to go into the rest of the day and conquer it and make it wonderful. So inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Take your right hand, place it on your chest, left hand on your abdomen. Repeat to yourself if you'd like. May this yoga practice heal and strengthen my body and my mind. May this yoga practice heal and strengthen my body and my mind. Release your hands to your legs. Notice your breath one more time and carry this wonderfully calm, cool breath throughout your day, nice and soft. And gently flutter your eyes open. And I want to thank you all for joining me today in the Spidey Strength Flow and showing your strength and becoming a little bit stronger. I'm going to stop the recording so